So in order, once again, to understand the importance of land and homelands and ceremony and cultural spaces is to understand the worldview of people. And sometimes when we think of places of worship, sometimes we might think of it as a building or a specific space that we go to. But to understand that many indigenous peoples are places of worship is the environment. And these spaces have been identified for us even before human beings were here thousands of years ago. And so these spaces, we've had ceremony over and over and over again. They're not spaces that we can go just anywhere and do them. They're very specific spaces. And when we come to these places, we come in a reverent, honorable, respectful way. And I would want for students and young people to understand when they visit these spaces, wherever they may be, to come in a way of respect, to know that they're welcome in these places, but to also be where they're protecting the spaces, because these spaces are our places of worship. They also could be places that we gather. They could be places where our people have lived. They could be places where our people are buried. But they're all significant spaces that deserve respect of people that are coming into those spaces. And so sometimes when I'll visit Sue-Meg, for example, there'll be some destruction. People will jump on the tops of the houses or remove boards or throw rocks or go into the houses and begin to tear things apart. But to understand that this is where our people pray. This is where our people go for peace and for this connection. And we've opened it to others to come and to learn. But we open it in a way that we wish for them to behave in the same ways that we would behave if we were there in the space.
I would say, yeah, you're probably not going to find them unless you get taken to them. But if you do stumble upon sites or what looks like a site, just to be respectful and, not. It's always disappointing to see, like if you go up to Sue-Meg and you go in the houses, it's always disappointing to see like a SA plus TP or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like the carving or whoever was here, or you know what I mean? Like it's always like sad. It's like, why would you do that? So just being respectful and mindful. So for me, I feel like land acknowledgement is good, but what also for me is good is if my grandma would say, if you're introducing yourself to a place and you're letting, when you come to a new place, you want to introduce yourself to this place and you want to let your intention be known to it. That is a good way to come into a new space. If you don't know who comes from that place, then just introduce yourself to it. And what are your intentions on this space? Is what my grandma would say.